Hello, and welcome to another episode of Homework with Ms. Thomas. I am Ms. Thomas, and today we will be exploring Lesson 7 in Module 5. The objective is to use area model and multiplication to show the equivalence of two fractions. Let's jump right into it. Okay, for each of these, the shaded unit fractions have been decomposed into smaller units. We're going to express the equivalent fraction in a number sentence using multiplication. The first one is done for us. So for this first one, we have one shaded out of two. That's 1/2. We made 2 rows. We decomposed that 1/2 into 2 rows. So the number of shaded parts doubled, right? It went from 1 shaded part to 2 shaded parts. That's 1 times 2. Similarly, the total number of parts also doubled. It went from 2 parts to 4 parts. That's 2 times 2, which is 4. So 1/2 equals 2/4. For B, we have 1/2. We divided 1/2 into 4 rows. So we are doing the fractional unit 4 times. So I'm going to write 1/2, and I'm multiplying. I'm dividing it into 4 parts, but I'm multiplying the parts, the fractional units. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 4. 4 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So 1/2 is equal to 4/8. For C, we have 1/2. Here, we decomposed into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So I'm multiplying the numerator times 6, the denominator times 6. 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12. So 1/2 is equal to 6/12. For D, we have 1/2. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So I'm doing 1 times 7 and 2 times 7. Notice how what I do to the top, I do to the bottom. That equals 7/14. Let's move on. Now for number 2, we're going to decompose the shaded units into smaller units using the area model. We're going to express the equivalent fraction in a number sentence using multiplication. So here we get to choose what we decompose into. I'm going to decompose this first one. And what fraction is this? It's 1/3. I'm going to decompose it into 2 rows. So I'm multiplying 1 times 2 and 3 times 2 to get 2, 6. For B, I have 1/4. I'm going to also do 2 rows. And you could do 3. I'm just choosing to do 2. You could do 4. You could do 15. But I'm doing 2. So this is 1/4 times 2. That's 1 times 2. 4 times 2. 2/8. So 1/4 is equal to 2/8. For C, let's do 3 rows this time. We have 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1/5. So for the multiplication, we're doing 1 times 3, 5 times 3, which gives us 3/15. 3 shaded out of 15. And for D, we have 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 4 rows. So I'm multiplying 1 times 4 and 8 times 4 to give us 4 over 32. All right, for number 3, we are going to decompose 3 different area models of 1/4. We're going to decompose it into eighths, to 12ths, and to 16ths, and we're going to use multiplication to show how they are equivalent. So I'm going to start with 1/4. We have 1/4 here. They want us to decompose 1/4 into eighths. So I'm going to do 2 rows, right? If I have 1 row of 4, that would be 2 rows of 8. So I'm going to make 2 rows by drawing 1 line, which means I'm multiplying 1 times 2, because I made 2 rows, and 4 times 2, which is 2 eighths. So 1/4 is equal to 2 eighths. Now, let's do 12ths. I'm going to make 1/4 again. For 12ths, I'm going to do 3 rows, right? 4, 8, 12. Making sure that I shade 1/4. Notice how this time the parts tripled. It went from 1 part to 3 parts. Parts got smaller, but they also increased in number. So we have 1/4. It was 1 part times 3. Then we had 3 parts. First we had 4 parts times 3. Then we have 12 parts. So 1/4 is equal to 3/12. Now let's show 16ths. How many groups of 4 make 16? 4 groups of 4. So this time we'll do 4 rows. Let's shade 1. And then we're going to draw 3 lines to make 4 rows. See how that part? Now it's 4 times. It increased 4 times. So we had 1 part times 4. Now we have 4 parts. We have 4 parts total times 4. Then we have 16 parts. So 1/4 equals 4/16. All right, that does it for lesson 7 in module 5. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next time, keep learning, and I'll see you soon. Bye.